Have you ever asked yourself, why do I always attract emotionally unavailable men? Like clockwork, the connection starts off magnetic. There's chemistry, intense conversations, and even glimpses of vulnerability. It feels different, real. And just when you start to open your heart, something shifts. He starts pulling away. He ghosts. He says he's not ready for anything serious or needs to figure himself out. And once again, you're left questioning everything, wondering if you imagined the whole connection, wondering if you did something to push him away, wondering why it always seems to go this way. You're not alone. In fact, this might be one of the most common patterns I see, and it's also one of the most painful, because it doesn't just hurt. It chips away at your belief that something real is possible, that lasting love exists, that it won't always come with confusion or emotional whiplash. But what if I told you that attracting emotionally unavailable men isn't a sign that you're broken? What if it's a signal from your past, from your emotional conditioning, from your nervous system, a quiet echo of the relationships that first taught you what love was supposed to feel like? Because here's what most women don't realize. Emotional unavailability doesn't always look like coldness. Sometimes it looks like fireworks. It looks like late-night texting, fast intimacy, and deep eye contact. It sounds like, "I've never met anyone like you," or "I feel like we've known each other forever." But real emotional availability, true safety and consistency, doesn't rush to the top of the roller coaster. It builds slowly, layer by layer, and it deepens with time. Unavailable men don't offer consistency. They offer contrast, hot and cold, present, then distant. And our nervous systems get addicted to the high of the chase and the anxiety of the unknown. It's not your fault. Maybe you were raised around love that came in waves, love that required earning, or maybe you grew up being praised for being low maintenance, easygoing, and never causing a fuss. You learned to get love by needing less, by making space for others, and deep down, some part of you believed, if I can just be good enough, quiet enough, supportive enough, then I'll be chosen. So when a man shows up with intensity, with emotional fireworks, your heart leaps. But then when he pulls away, that same heart shrinks, and you blame yourself. You think, maybe I came on too strong, or maybe I need to give him more space, or maybe if I show how patient I am, he'll realize I'm the one. And before you know it, you're doing emotional gymnastics to earn a spot in the life of someone who was never truly available to begin with. But here's what I want you to hear. Emotional availability isn't about how much someone opens up on the first few dates. It's about what happens after that. Do they keep showing up? Do their actions match their words? Do they make you feel safe, seen, and steady? That's the real measure. And if you're not experiencing that, if you're constantly questioning your value, wondering where you stand, or overanalyzing every interaction, then something deeper is playing out, something rooted in an emotional script you never agreed to but learned anyway. The good news? That script can be rewritten. So let's talk about how to break this pattern, how to stop attracting emotionally unavailable men, and more importantly, how to stop being attracted to them. Step 1. Awareness. This is where everything starts. Noticing the pattern without judgment, without shame, just awareness. Pay attention to how your body feels when you're around someone new. Do you feel grounded and open, or anxious and performative? Do you feel like yourself, or like you need to be your most impressive, most likable version to keep their interest? Are you listening during conversations, or calculating your next move, trying to stay chill so they don't pull away? Awareness means noticing these things early. When you hear, "I'm bad at relationships," or I don't believe in labels, or I've been hurt too many times. Don't brush it off. That's not mysterious. That's not a challenge. That's a disclosure. And the version of you that wants something healthy will take that seriously. Step 2, emotional accountability. This is a big one, and it's tough, but empowering. Emotional accountability means you stop seeing yourself as a passive recipient of someone else's patterns and start recognizing your own role, not in their behavior, but in your participation. Ask yourself, what part of me is attracted to someone who makes me feel unsteady? Be honest. Are you drawn to the fantasy of being the one who fixes someone? Do you equate effort with worth? Do you mistake longing for love? When you can name what the pattern gives you, even temporarily, you can begin to untangle it. Because until you see what need it's meeting, your brain will keep seeking it out, even when it hurts you. Emotional accountability is about gently saying, okay, I see what I've been doing, and now I get to choose something different. Step 3, nervous system healing. This isn't talked about enough, but it's crucial. When you've been conditioned to find chaos exciting, calm can feel boring. Consistency can feel suspicious. You might even find yourself pushing away people who are emotionally available, not because something's wrong, but because your nervous system doesn't know what to do with safety. Healing this means slowing down. It means noticing when peace feels uncomfortable and staying with it, letting your body get used to relationships that feel warm but not overwhelming, that feels consistent but not intense, that feels safe but not dull. This takes time. It might feel like stretching a muscle you've never used. At first, it aches, but over time it becomes strength. And when you've rewired that part of yourself, you'll stop craving the spike of adrenaline and start craving the ease of security. Step 4, rewriting your standards. This is where you begin to consciously choose the energy you'll allow in your space. It starts with small questions. Instead of, how do I keep him interested? Ask, do I even like how I feel around him? Instead of, what can I say to win him back? Ask, is this relationship emotionally reciprocal? Start making your preferences louder than your fears. Don't tolerate breadcrumbs because you're scared of being alone. That version of love is no longer welcome. From here on out, let emotional availability be your new baseline. If someone is unsure about you, let that be enough reason to walk away. If someone confuses you more than they clarify, let that be your cue to disengage. This isn't about arrogance. It's about alignment. You get to say, I only make space for love that feels safe, clear, and mutual. Step 5, grieving the fantasy. This might be the hardest part, letting go of the hope that the emotionally unavailable man will wake up, apologize, and become everything you needed, that he'll chase you down and finally give you the love you worked so hard to earn. But here's the truth. That's not love. That's emotional debt, and carrying it keeps you stuck. Grieving means mourning the version of you that tried to survive on crumbs, the you who bent, shrank, and held on far too long. It means crying for the girl who didn't know better, and then releasing her with compassion. You don't need to save anyone. You just need to save yourself. And the more space you create by letting go of fantasy, the more room you'll have for real, grounded, nourishing love. When I finally worked through these steps, everything shifted, and not overnight. It was subtle, quiet. I started noticing the men I used to fall for didn't appeal to me in the same way. Their mixed signals annoyed me. Their half-effort felt empty. And suddenly what I found attractive changed. I stopped craving the chase and started craving peace, depth, consistency, the kind of love that doesn't feel like survival. It feels like breathing. And you deserve that. You really do. Love that doesn't make you feel crazy. Love that shows up when it says it will. Love that makes you feel more like yourself, not less. So if this message spoke to something in your soul, if it made you feel seen in a way you weren't expecting, then take a second and subscribe. Because in the next video, we're diving into what healthy love actually looks like, how to recognize it, how to receive it, and how to stay open to it even when your old patterns want to run. Because love shouldn't feel like waiting, or guessing, or suffering. It should feel like breathing, like being, like coming home to yourself and finding someone already there, ready to meet you. I'll see you in the next one.